Ladies and dudes, I swear to my soul, I vow to never, ever spoiled Spider-Man No Way Home. This is a non-spoiler review. Man, this is one of the most saddest Spider-Man movies I have ever watched in my whole entire life. Well, anyway, hi ladies and dudes. This is Rebecca Lynn Barkley, aka Boobop197. This is my review for today. Yes, ladies and dudes, we are finally here on this very important movie review. And it's starting to become one of the best films in the year of 2021. Truly one of the best films I have ever seen from this year. And it started to become one of the most saddest Spider-Man movies I have ever watched in my whole entire life. This is a really sad one, ladies and dudes. But I made a vow to all of you that I will not spoil anything. So there's no spoilers allowed in this movie review. Not one. So, let's go ahead and do this, ladies and dudes. And yes, my movie ticket is on a piece of paper once again. So for my next movie review is Spider-Man No Way Home. Yep. I finally got to see this movie at long last yesterday. And it's going to be a very sad feeling indeed. So let's get this whole thing started. The movie is all about where Spider-Man Far From Home had left off. Everybody found out the truth of who Spider-Man is. He is known as Peter Parker. But also, Spider-Man did get involved with a crime that he did not commit. About murdering that, I forgot that dude's name anyway. Some Mysterio dude or whatever. But all he wants to do is just find a way to clear his name and make sure everybody needs to forget who Spider-Man is. So he asked Dr. Strange for help. He tried really hard to do this spell thing or whatever. And kaboom. There's some other characters who are on the loose, the characters that we all are familiar with, and they're going after Spider-Man. That's all I could say about the main plot of the story, ladies and dudes, and I guess everybody wants to know is, what the heck do I think about this movie? I got 5 words to say. Just 5 words. Best Spider-Man movie ever! This is the best Spider-Man movie I have ever watched. And yes, ladies and dudes, it is very true that the Spider-Man 3 curse has finally been broken. Seriously! Thanks to Tom Holland, he saved our lives and he broke the Spider-Man 3 curse. He finally got all 3 of the films that he made from, let's see, I think it was 4 years ago, I think. Yep, I think it was 4. He got all 3 of the Spider-Man films to be very successful. He got all 3 Spider-Man films into a trilogy. A great trilogy that we will never forget in movie history. About my rankings of these, all 3 of the Spider-Man films, I will say Far From Home is in 3rd place, Homecoming is in 2nd place, and the 1st place goes to the new one. And yes, ladies and dudes, it is a live-action adaptation of Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse. For the very first time in Marvel history, we finally got a live-action adaptation that was based by the animated film that came out in the year of 2018. And thanks to this film, it did surpass that film, since it gave us a different storyline and different characters, and also the villains are going to have a spotlight in the film before we got to know our heroes. Well, if you guys get the picture. So yeah, this is the best version we ever see that came from its predecessor. That's for sure. So yes, it had a very good storyline, good characters. Yeah, the CGI is pretty darn good. The best CGI ever seen in the live action film. It had a really good score. It has some good comedy moments. And so many scenes that will make you cry. Yeah, there's a lot of emotional moments going on in that movie. Something that will bring you to a tear to your eye. And this is one of the most saddest Spider-Man movies that you gotta watch. Something that will break your heart. That's for sure. So let's head on to my strongest points and the weakest points of Spider-Man No Way Home. I will say for the strongest points for this movie is the emotional moments. Without getting too much carried away. Yeah, this film will make you cry. There's a lot of emotional moments going on. Somewhere from the third act of the movie. I think like the end of the second half, maybe. Yeah, there's going to be some really sad stuff going on. It'll make all of you cry. That's for sure. So yeah, I will say the emotional moments will be the strongest point of the movie. As for the weakest points of the movie, I will say this movie is a little bit... Some parts here and there was a little bit slow for me. For some parts here and there. That's all I can say about the weakest point. And now let's go on to the characters. I did enjoy Tom Holland as Peter Parker and Spider-Man. He did a really good job. Zendaya playing Mary Jane was pretty darn cool. And the guy who played Naz was really darn funny. And it's good to see all these dudes back to play with everybody's favorite villains. From the guy who played Green Goblin, the guy who played Dr. Octopus, the guy who played Green Goblin, and yeah, Jamie Foxx as Electro, and the dude who played Sandman. They all did a good job in their own rights. I do like the lady who played Aunt May, and yeah, that dude who's known as Happy. I will say everybody did a good job. Everybody. But there were two good actors I know who are truly the best parts about the movie. Just two actors. But I just don't want to spoil who they are. Because I think these two actors were really the best parts about the movie for me. And they are the true standouts of the film. But sadly, I can't spoil it for all of you. If I spoil them right now in this movie review, I'm sure you'll never forgive me for it. Yeah, about those two actors, they did blow me away the most. And I'm so happy to see them again in this film. And they have such good character development and chemistry for a short period of time in this movie. That's for sure. Yeah, enough said. That's all I want to say. So I made a promise for all of you, no spoilers allowed. So here we go, ladies and dudes. Here's my final thoughts of Spider-Man No Way Home. Overall, Spider-Man No Way Home is the best movie of the year. And thanks to Tom Holland, he finally broke the Spider-Man 3 curse, and we finally got a live-action film that did succeed its predecessor. If you know which movie I'm talking about. It had a good storyline, good likable characters, fantastic choreography, and it had a good score, and nice, good CGI for the most part. It'll make you laugh, it'll make you cry. And yeah, the ending will give you in a sad note, without spoiling it. So I decided to give this film a 9.5 out of 10. One of the best films of this year. Oh yeah, one last thing, ladies and dudes, I forgot about, our dear beloved Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange. Yeah, he did a good job with his performance as well. And I can't wait for his latest film to come out next year. That's for sure. And that is it, ladies and dudes. That's my whole entire movie review of Spider-Man No Way Home. I hope you enjoyed this list. And join me next time. I'm not sure if I want to see it this year or wait till next year. I will do The Matrix 4. This movie will be for the end of season 10 of my movie reviews. I vow to all of you I will see it. But I'm not sure, which one of the years will be. Will it be the end of this year or the beginning of the new year? So be prepared for that one to come, ladies and dudes. I promise I will do that review for all of you. Okay? Just hold on for it. Yep. I hope I did the best I could to make a good non-spoiler movie review for all of you, but without spoiling anything. Yep. This is a moment of silence. Well, that is it for now. I'll see you guys later, and sayonara.